Good morning, everybody. We are a hot mess this morning. Look at this. He hung his hammock on like 8 inches on the downhill, and all of Kevin is in one half of his hammock. His feet are a foot and a half out past his quilt. Oh, we didn't have a lot of options. I'm doing everything from the boat this morning. We just took the bare minimal up. If you look down, my boots or my shoes weigh about 5 pounds each, and this is the top of the hill. This is the top of the hill. It's terrible, folks. You should have seen us getting the boats up this 30-foot embankment. You can see the other side of the river. I don't know if that shows up right on camera, but super thick, super muddy. It's just one big sediment mud bank. The whole river is gorgeous, but man, and it's got this Virginia creeper vine or whatever this vine is. Chris Dustin would know. Not Virginia creeper, kind of like a trumpet creeper, I think. But in that is a bunch of like gnats. Like when we were hauling up, we were choking on the gnats. Oh, it was awesome. So yeah, I am here kind of getting my day started. Got my breakfast, scrambled eggs today. Keeping it simple, and then my coffee. Kind of just a hot mess down here by the river. Little trash bag. It is pretty, but as you saw, we were just out of time. It had been dark for 30-40 minutes, and we were just going down the river in an endless tunnel of canyon walls of mud and vine. So we just had to impose our will and just go straight up the hill once and make it happen. And this is the top. It's just a mud wash. You can see the mud line from the recent high rains. Another couple feet over my head. So all of this was underwater, that's an incredible amount of rain. And that was Wednesday, the week before we left on Saturday. So this is my humble abode. I got Dirt Dobber over there, probably still sleeping. You know these cowboys, they like to sleep in. Not making a peep. He always looks nice and tidy. This is my tree, not very big. It's about a 4.5-inch tree. I hung my hammock and sat in it and went almost to the ground. You can see the mud cracks. I almost pulled my tree down. It's pretty muddy. This box elder tree, it couldn't handle it. So I had to get our ropes and tie my tree off to another tree so that I wouldn't be sleeping in the mud. And it looks good right there, but when I sit in it, my quilt's about 4 inches from the dirt. It's been a good time. It is really pretty, but I'm ready to get off this hill, so. There it is, folks. It's a beautiful morning indeed. And if you just look at this shot, you would want to be here. But you don't. We've named this place the Hog Waller. It is just a muddy mess. Austin, what would you rate this campsite on the 1 to 10 scale?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is low. The only saving grace are the trees, so it's a 2.
I say 2. 2 because it's here.
Yeah.
If it's a campsite, it's a 1.
Accessibility is a 0.
And we slept.
Yeah.
If you can sleep, it's another point. I think that's about it. That's all I'm giving it. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
2.
Accessibility, like we said.
You're very generous.
What do you give it, Kevin? Very generous. Kevin says I'm generous. What's your rating?
Well,
I mean, look at this mess.
so if we had stopped up there underneath the bridge and slept with the bums,
Yeah, we at least had an old carpet.
this is a step down.
Oh my goodness. The view's nice this morning. It does have a nice view. But we're ready to get on the river.
The bridge.
We're gonna stop it. We're gonna paddle till we might, what we've decided at noon, We're stopping at the first thing. The first 4 trees we see. I guess we need 8 trees.
I mean, we're just leaving
4 in a pinch.
That's 4. I've been happy with 4 last night.
make a square hammocks. Oh man. So yeah. Let's go have some fun. All right, folks. Let's see if I can get this boat back down in the water. Yoo-wee! Gonna be a little bit sporty. The morning of day 5 had a unique feel to it. We woke up to an amazing view with a beautiful sunrise. We were well rested, yet all of us were ready to leave this mound of mud and never return. Our spirits were high, but the misery of the mud kept camp kind of quiet. I got mud on my mud. Oh man. I'm at that break point. So it ain't no grip. It does go down a lot easier than it went up. At least we got that going for us. Not bad at all, boys. Not bad at all. Oh boy. Woo-wee. Oh, here comes Dirt Dobber.
Going down.
Oh, you almost really don't even need any help at all.
What?
Oh! Careful, careful. It may not be what you think it is.
It is not what I thought it was.
Throw it over like a horse.
I am.
I've got you. I've got you. Yep. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, you're golden now. Oh dear. Woo. Oh yeah. Like a boss. Not too shabby. Austin made an astute observation that today, starting right now, this will be the first time on this trip that we have a full day of paddling to look forward to without any portages. So we have that going for us. And it's another beautiful day. And the river is calling. Time to make some miles. It was day 5. The first day with no portages, and we were excited about that. The miles should come pretty easily. And the only thing of note that we knew we had ahead of us was Carbonton. It had a water cache there, and we were hoping to get some food from the gas station. Sometimes when you look back on a trip, you'll realize there were make or break moments, and that was certainly true for day 5. But there was no way to know that that was in our future. We were just enjoying a perfect morning, and wondering how far it was before we actually saw that perfect campsite that would have been just around the corner. This is what happens when you take the slop jar at night and don't paddle another 1.5 miles down the river. This is a gravel beach sand, low slope, with hammock trees at the top. Firewood everywhere. An oasis, if you will, Austin. Alas, it was not to be. Dang. Dang, Austin. Next time. You see what happens. It's every time. We're not surprised, but sandy beaches, gravel beaches, and it's perfect hammock hanging trees. Man, the river do it to you every time. But if you keep going, you'll never find it. As a river grows, invariably, you get to that chapter of the river. It gives you time to think and reflect. It's easy to get lost in your imagination. And each of us was a little quieter, and I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps we were lost in our own thoughts. Perhaps we were lost in the beauty of the river. In any case, nobody was complaining, and there was nowhere else we'd rather be. We were paddling around a giant left-hand turn. It made a horseshoe in the river. And coincidentally, there's a place on the hill called the House in the Horseshoe. Nowadays, it's a museum. But during the Revolutionary War, it was a 4,000-acre plantation that was attacked by David Fanning, the same infamous Tory who chased Andrew Hunter off Faith Rock in Franklinville. The house still stands, another reminder of the rich history this river had during the birth of our country. All right, we just finished a break stop up. Nice little shoals here. nice little texture to the river. And we're starting to get into some shoals we haven't seen yet, but we started to see them this morning. So just another little change to the riverbed. But as you see, there's really not a lot of water in this river. That's all the shoals it can muster. But it thinks it's a big river. It wants to look like a big river, wants to act like a big river. But really, it's just a little guy. Time to push off, make a couple more hours, find us some lunch, and then look for the first campsite we can find. Running a little scared after the last couple nights.
I will love you, I'll be there in tow, though I only weigh you down into the water. All of this will go into the water, all into our home. I will leave it all behind, if it means you won't be hard again. 'Cause all your dreams, all your heart's desires, they have withered from this way of life into the water. You will let me go into the water. All of this will flow.
What a view, though.
Just a girl, when I found you there one day. We've known a love divine. We're torn apart far too many times. You'll need to be alone again into the water. I will let you go into the water. I'll be there in tow.
Man, how I've missed that. All right, we're here at Carbonton.
Part of the old tower. It used to be part of the dam. Walk up there in just a minute. But you can go up here, cross over, and down that way is a gas station just up the road. So we're gonna go get a little something something. And then my last water drop is here, so we're gonna grab that. All right, we are here at the hustle and bustle of Carbonton, and we got the Carbonton Cash Mart right there. Grand Prix, they have a Hunt Brothers Pizza sign hanging on the sign, and we're pretty excited about that. See what they got in there. And you kind of, like Austin was saying, you kind of know how remote you're feeling when this is the big town you're paddling through. There's just nothing out here. All right, so they had Hunt Brothers Pizza. We got all our drinks and a couple Snickers, and still no sunglasses for Austin. But lunch just looked up. What a great little stop, and it's about a quarter mile maybe from the bridge. So it also feels good to just get out of the kayak and walk for a little bit. But I'm gonna hustle these back to Dirt Dobber so we can eat, grab the last of the water that we need, and then push on down the river. Carbonton Cash Mart saves the day. Cool little store in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, folks, the pizza is on time. Oh, what an awesome lunch. So one thing I've noticed for the first time in the whole trip, the last mile or so, we started to see willow trees, and that's a great thing for us because they seem to hold on really good down low to the banks. And I got my fingers crossed that tonight we won't have to slog up out of the mud canyon to find some camping. Maybe we can find us a nice beach with some willow trees and be right down on the water. That would make me very, very happy. How about you, Kev?
What?
How about you? Willow trees and a sandy beach for a campsite? That'd make us really happy. We'll see what happens. To me, it looks like a baby racer.
Copperhead?
No, baby racer. Yeah,
yeah?
skin bite. Racers do that. Little rat snakes won't. All right, buddy, I got you a baby racer. He's pretty. He'll be jet black later. Bit me a couple times, but you can barely feel it. And I am going to put this in Kevin's cockpit real quick and see if he can find it.
No, you're not.
Austin, how much?
No. Serious.
It would be fun.
No,
this is going to be fun for everyone else.
No, it wouldn't.
Viewers at home, should I put this baby black racer in Kevin's boat?
I wouldn't try it.
Kevin does not like snakes at all. Now that we got him all cleaned up. Kevin,
no.
I'll give you $1,000 to touch this snake.
No.
$1,000 right now.
I got money, bro.
Can you fist pound me while I'm holding the snake?
No.
You got it. This is trust.
I got
this
money,
is
bro.
Team trust. Here.
I got money, bro. No, you get
Separate
that.
hands.
Ooh.
Come on. Show me the trust,
If
baby.
that thing gets near
Show me that
we
trust.
ain't
Come
friends
on.
no more.
Let's let it go. Have a good life, buddy. Sorry, P5. Oh, party foul. Catfish have to eat too.
They do.
P5 would have loved me to somehow kept that for him, but he's a little snake guy. We usually keep a snake a day or two and let it go. But Kevin does not usually keep the snakes.
No.
That's as close as I've seen you come to a snake and still be okay, though. That's...
Two snakes. Live ones, dead ones. Don't like either one.
Folks at home, let Kevin know snakes are not to be feared. Not, well, some of them are. Luke, get a snake. Let's get your dad past it. We'll call him the snake handler next time.
I play with invisible death every day.
All right, folks. I think we're about done with lunch. Dirt Dobber's polishing off some beanie weenies. Pack the boats. See what the next 10 miles has in store. And hopefully these willow trees will continue. And we'll have us a beautiful campsite tonight. At before 8 would be good. But you never know. As long as we find one, we're okay. If not, we're still okay. It's just less okay.
eternal land is spread like fire. From all the worlds of dark and tide, staining seas of sacred song. The times are upon you. Scenes of thirst, of poison kind.
All right, everybody, it is 2:10. We've made almost 15 miles. It's been pretty flat and slow, but I just want to say for the record that we may regret not taking this beautiful bank and nicely wooded area.
The times are upon you.
But onward! Let's see what she has in store for us tonight, boys. The deep river is an evil mistress.
Hands of need, still the night. Oh, our hopes lost and won. The times are upon you. Horrid cries come from the morning. Bleed and sages of the blue. Her harmonies ours to care to. The times are upon you.
We were a little ahead of schedule, not in a hurry, and drifting through the afternoon. The warm sun felt good, and we lazily made our way down the river. Still making miles, but still lost in thought and daydreaming. And if you spent any time on a river, you'll know that the beast is always waiting, patiently. And sometimes, warm late afternoons with relaxed, tired paddlers is the perfect recipe for the beast to demand her toll. We were about to experience one of those make or break moments.
Times are upon you.
Let me check this out. You gotta do it just right. Lean right, lean left, lean left, lean left. Yes, perfect. Good lean, dirt dobber. slow down, and lean into the tree. Paddle, paddle, paddle. You're good. You're okay. You're okay. You got it. Relax, you're fine. There's nothing else. Just float with it.
Now that was a swimmer.
That is a swim. I was like, oh gosh, he's in the flow. You hit. Your face was awesome. You went, I'm cool. You looked at me like, uh-oh. This is not cool. If you're gonna be a swimmer, let's do it right.
Let's go under.
Let's go under a log. Holy sweet molasses! Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, so that was exciting. All right, just to let you folks know at home, Austin is a professional stuntman, and we're just demonstrating what it looks like to get flushed under a log. Don't try this at home.
For the first time on any River King trip, someone had gone under a tree in the river.
That's rock.
There's hardly a more dangerous scenario than being flushed through a tree, and we knew we got away with one.
Most of the flow's going to the right.
Later we were joking that the river had chosen Austin to pay the toll, and if only he'd accepted the first swim, perhaps we could have gotten away without this one. Looking back on it, of course the right answer would have been to get out and go around the tree. It's a case in point for how quickly things can go bad and how vigilant a paddler must be on the river. And there's no doubt whatsoever that that was a make-or-break moment. Austin was unharmed, he lost no gear, and the beast had demanded her toll.
Go in that eddy.
And with nothing left to do than to push on and find a campsite, we set our eyes on navigating this next rapid, which had another log in it. We had to stay far left and go through a tiny chute to avoid the undercut log on the right, as well as some vertical wood looking to trap your boat. It was a little bit of a tricky spot.
Priest, you come on in here. You're good. Perfect. Hit the rock. Yep. Love it. Just like that. Hit the rock with the right side of your boat now. Yep. Yeah, let it wash, let it wash. Good. Woo! Let your, wash to your right, wash to your right. Woo!
Right after Plank Road, we hit a magical little stretch of river. There was a lot of boulders on the banks, and the scenery was amazing. There were even some beaches and low-sloped banks with willow trees. It was still early in the afternoon, and though we were looking for a campsite, none of us really wanted to stop. We wanted to see what was around that next bend. So we slowed down and started drifting. If we're honest, why do we come out here? It's not only to charge down a river and rack up miles. The point is to enjoy it. And this river was too beautiful not to enjoy.
All right, everybody. We're about 19 miles in. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. We've made our goal, but now we have to find a campsite, which seems to be the hardest part of this trip. And we've decided that we are going to take the first one that looks good tonight, because we passed two yesterday very early, thinking, oh, we'll find something, and we did not. So, we're not going to pass anything today. We have reception here too, so we just actually were live. If you saw the live, this is where we did it. Just past the Plank Road Bridge. There's some kind of water access park up there. I didn't actually see the access down to the water, but I know it's there. We'll come around a big couple corners and we'll go under 421. Would like to find a place before 421 so we can have some reception. Hadn't had any reception for 2 days. In any case, we'll turn you guys around. See if we can't find us a campsite. A lot of trees to our right here, Austin. Back about 50 yards. Might regret that one. All right, we don't have any idea if there's gonna be anything in here or not, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go up over here and see what it looks like. It's not sand.
So after a couple hours of paddling, with no luck, I began to realize the game we were playing again. And instead of just accepting our fate, I hatched a plan that would make life a little bit better.
All right, so I just got off the phone with my buddy Josh Yao, Turtlehead Josh. He lives right up here near Sanford, and we are coming back. We're coming up on the Camelback Bridge Park area, and he is doing a little homework with his little girls. But as soon as he's done with that, he's going to go grab us some Burger King, and more importantly, I get to hang out with Josh a little bit because he paddles on this river all the time. But we're gonna eat up real quick and then move on down the river, find us a campsite. It might be dark, but I really don't care. We'll find something. All part of the adventure. But yeah, 2.5 miles to Camelback Bridge or so, and then we are gonna wait for Josh. He may be there. We may beat him there. It depends. So yeah, Burger King for dinner. Things are looking up. And the boys are paddling now. Let's just hope we find a campsite right after the park. There you go. You just gotta commit, Kev.
What, get that?
To get wet.
Oh, I'm getting wet. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna need that.
Last time we ever saw us paddle. What I'm talking about. You know what's gonna happen. We're gonna see the world's best campsite.
Right before the bridge.
300 yards upstream of the bridge. I'd go back. It looks so good, doesn't it? There's these things like oases out in the ocean or in the desert or mirages or whatever, but it all looks so good till you get there. This place is quite the adventure. You can't go down this river without working for it, that's for sure. That's a beach right there, bro. And that might be home.
Yeah, I think that's good.
We should be able to see Camelback Bridge after we make this corner. And I believe we're gonna be coming back here to camp tonight after our burger. The bridge is right there. That's a safe bet. We can make that happen for sure. So we'll see what the rest of it looks like. No, we'll come up to that table. The one and only. Legendary turtlehead Josh, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. He has brought us Burger King, baby. Woo! How you been, man?
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Still around 8, just shoot me a text or something like that, because I can bring y'all some breakfast if y'all want that.
Yes, yes, we would want that. Oh, is there a Biscuitville in town?
There is. I can actually come by Biscuitville.
Oh,
here.
man.
Yes,
Oh,
we'll be here at 8.
Get him a
Let me
shirt.
know. I could go. Yeah. I got to drop them off at 7:20, 7:30.
Yeah.
Oh, we can sleep in.
You tell us when. We're a little bit ahead.
I'll let you know.
8 o'clock's fine, but
Yeah, I'll
just
try
let
to
us
get
know.
as I can, bro.
Right on.
Y'all enjoy y'all's night.
Thank you.
Man, that guy's
So,
got a great shirt.
Turtlehead Josh, world hero here. He's saved our day. And in doing so, we have found the world's best campsite right up the river. And I would like to tell the guys that I had all this planned out, but sometimes lucky is better than good. So I called Josh. He brought us the Burger King. I said, if we're gonna live like hobos climbing in the weeds at dark, we're gonna do it with Burger King. Turns out we found the one campsite on the entire 65-mile stretch of Mud Canyon.
It looks dry.
And we got Burger King, and he just decided to bring us breakfast in the morning on our way back down. So it really doesn't get any better than that, does it, guys? I'm crushing this Whopper. Josh, we owe you big time, man. He's also bringing us breakfast in the morning. You can't beat it. Big thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. He's going to be bringing us breakfast, I believe, in the morning as well. Woo-wee! All right, folks. Just finished our burger up.
Got a little bit of light left in the day. We're gonna make our way upriver here and find us a little campsite. Let's go have a little fun. All right, we're at the base of our little rapid here. We got us a little pebble beach. Look at that, folks. So far, mucho mejor. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what this looks like. We started our day slogging in the mud and reeling from last night's adventure. But the bright sun, the perfect weather, and the ever-inviting river soon made up for it. We started our day not knowing exactly what to expect, and day 5 did not disappoint. On a trip like this, the river continues to change, and today we were able to get a different perspective on a river that's making its way to the ocean. It was our first full day without having to portage a dam. And for me, I think it's easier to get in tune with the river and to relax into the day. We found ourselves in another small American town eating lunch and having fun. And on a day that didn't seem too significant, we had the most impactful moment of the trip. And it's those make or break moments that you remember the most. It wasn't the hours of staring at beautiful scenery, or drifting through a beautiful river, or fishing. It was seeing your friend pop up on the other side of the log, and knowing you got away with one. That's a story we'll never forget. And that's really what these trips are all about, not just finding our way down a river.
Legendary turtlehead Josh, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this guy.
It's about spending time with friends and family, and the memories you make that you'll never forget. Having a friend like Josh that's willing to take time out of his day to bring you a hamburger on the banks of a river, well, that'll make you feel like a king.